We are back now with Mr. Josh Zona. He's from the Rapides Symphony Orchestra, and you're here to give us details on some upcoming concerts.
Yeah, we have actually two concerts back-to-back in March, on March 15th and 16th. So on Saturday night, March 15th, one of our concerts of our regular subscription series. This concert we're calling Brahms and Mrs. Schumann, and this is because we're performing Brahms' fourth symphony. It's his last symphony, one of the greatest pieces of music ever written for orchestra, for sure. And then we're also playing on that concert a concerto by, which is a little unusual, a female composer from the 1800s, Clara Schumann. Her husband, Robert Schumann, was a very well-known composer. So that's why we're calling it Brahms and Mrs. Schumann, because Mrs. Schumann is his wife, and she composed one piano concerto, and it's a wonderful piece by her. And the soloist on that concert is Anna Celeste, and she was, for some of you out in the audience may remember, Alexandria hosted an international piano competition for several years between 2005 and about 2016, so it's truly international. So Anna's from Ukraine.
Wow.
Okay, so this is the 20th anniversary of her winning the very first Louisiana International Piano Competition. So we've invited her back to perform with the symphony 20 years later, doing this Clara Schumann concerto, and we're going to have a reception for her after the concert in sort of commemoration of the piano competition that happened there in the mid-2000s.
That's big. I'm sure a lot of viewers probably do remember that.
Yeah, it really was a really great thing that we had here in Alexandria.
Awesome. And so what's the second?
Yeah, and then the Sunday afternoon, 2:30 p.m. at the Alexandria Zoo, we're performing well-known children's classic with orchestra, Peter and the Wolf. So the concert is short. It's about 35, 40 minutes long, and everybody's admission to the zoo is free on that day who wants to come to the concert. So you just come to the gate, say you're coming to the concert. The symphony will pick up the admission charge, and you can spend the day at the zoo. And at 2:30 in the pavilion area, which is sort of right in the middle of the zoo, the symphony will be performing the piece Peter and the Wolf, narrated by Lane Miller. And so bringing that piece to life, the piece introduces the instruments to the orchestra. It's a children's piece where every character is an instrument. You know, the duck is an oboe, and the grandpa is the bassoon, etc. And so the story is told through the narrator, and the symphony performs.
That's awesome. Tell me a little bit about the story of Peter and the Wolf.
Yeah, so the story is about Peter, this young boy. It's a Russian thing. So Russian stories are kind of dark, they have a dark sense of the world. But anyway, this wolf is trying to eat Peter's friends. One of them's a duck and one of them's a bird. And so Peter saves Peter and the hunters go out and get the wolf. They don't kill him, but they do bring him back, and they parade the wolf through that they've captured. And it's a triumphant ending with Peter as the hero who captured the wolf.
Okay, sounds good.
It's cute. It's
sounds fun, and it's free, so you can't.
Yes, 2:30 p.m. at the zoo is free performance on Sunday the 16th.
Yes, sir. So in 2025, what else can we look for?
Oh yeah, we got season start. We have our Pops. It's actually our Pops was going to be on the river. The riverfront is not going to be available, we understand, so we're going to do it at Red River Bank on Jackson Street on April 26th. It's a Saturday. And then we have our season, sort of after the summer when we get rid of the heat. The symphony season picks up again in September with Don Giovanni Opera.
All right, sounds good. We're about out of time. Just want to thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to see you. And we'll be back after this break.